think it's 28 matches in a row that she's won. I was having a look that I think Venus Williams' record is 35 in the year 2000. She's heavy favourite to win with us, just like over 1. So I think the next, she's about 1.4. Halep is at 10, so it's overwhelming favourite. How have you seen her just progression and just taking everything in her stride?
Yeah, so obviously she won the French Open a couple of years ago. She's playing great from day to day, first round, second round, finals. It doesn't really matter what surface it seems at the moment. So yeah, she's going to be extremely tough to beat. She has enough experience where she can use that day off to sort of forget what happened yesterday, move on, and prepare for the next match. And the big difference for the women, because obviously they're only playing 2 out of 3 sets, so the matches themselves are the similar length to the WTA Tour, but you have that day off where a lot of players on the women's tour and on the men's tour, when they play normal weekly tournaments, 2 out of 3 sets, they get on a roll and they have let's say they have a big win yesterday. That confidence carries you through for your match today, and then you win again, and then suddenly you're playing again tomorrow. At the Grand Slams for women, they have that day off, and that day off can be used in favorably by sort of either remembering what you did yesterday or forgetting what you did yesterday. And for some of the younger women, that day off is not that easy to deal with, because obviously mentally the Grand Slams is they feel more pressure, they get more pressure from the outside. So Iga Swiatek is playing great. I don't see her losing early in the tournament for sure, and with every match she's going to get more and more confident, and for sure clay courts is still her favorite surface. It's where she's the most dangerous. Her game is perfect for clay. So I think it's the consistency that she shows day in and day out in her attitude, and obviously in her ball striking itself. But I think it's more the attitude that she seems to be ready to fight every day. Doesn't matter who she's playing. So again, on the women's side, 2 out of 3 sets. Some of the women play huge tennis these days. They hit the ball really hard. They are started to serve really well. So you can be unlucky and lose the first set, break down 6-4, and then suddenly, before you know it, you're down a break early in the second set. You haven't even been on the court for an hour, and now suddenly nerves come into play, luck come into play. So it's riskier for women, for sure, to play Grand Slams, but the experience of having played them and played matches every other day, I think Iga Swiatek, she has pretty much everything. Question is, again, can she keep her phone on silent and not listen to what the Polish media and the international media is asking of her, which is be ranked #1 in the world and win a Grand Slam tournament? That's not easy to do.
Just something you mentioned at the start there, you said the younger players might not know how to deal with a day off. Do you reckon they would prefer to play like just straight through then, as opposed to maybe more experienced players who can deal with and have that experience of dealing with Grand Slam tournaments and how they all work?
Yeah, so most probably 80% of the season is not Grand Slam tournaments. I mean, the Grand Slams, that's 4 tournaments a year, and a lot of players play 20 tournaments or more even. So that weekly grind of playing 2, 3, 4 matches in a row, that's not happening. So yeah, the younger players, that's what they're used to. They obviously haven't played that many Grand Slams. To take that day off suddenly is different. It disturbs the rhythm that they have, which is wake up in the morning, warm up for half an hour, and then go and play a match. And you do the same thing the next day, and suddenly you have a day off. How much do you practice? What do you work on? Can you stay in the present time and work on things, or are you worried about tomorrow, or are you thinking about what happened yesterday? Maybe you didn't play that well, but you managed to pull it out. So yeah, that's part of the difficulty of playing Grand Slams for younger players, for sure. And of course, on the men's side, it's that 3 out of 5 set situation that you don't. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Some younger players don't care. They have that Rafa Nadal mindset that every day is a new day, and I'm going to work on things today that I need to improve, whatever happened yesterday and whatever is going to happen tomorrow.